Dave, where is my I Survived Barrel t-shirt? All right, we got a podcast to do. Thomas, hit that intro.
Welcome to the award-winning Saints Happy Hour podcast. Seriously, this podcast has won awards. American standards are dropping every day. The show features Ralph, the best host in the world, who can barely pronounce his own name, much less anyone else's.
Marcus Marquez Calloway.
Dave is that dude who loves taking bathroom breaks. He's mad about almost anything, so make sure to
interception! Matt Ryan!
Andrew has sources, watches tapes, and knows football. He rarely shows up on time and wants to commit crimes to help the Saints win.
Sean Payton would have done illegal things. Don't tell me I'm wrong, because you know it's true.
Oh, and there's also Kevin, who is great at doing mock drafts, but struggles to actually watch Saints games or have a functioning relationship.
Budrich wants to know how the doctor's doing.
That ended.
Anyway, grab a drink, sit back, and enjoy the insanity.
All right, everybody, welcome to another edition of Saints Happy Hour podcast. I'm Ralph Marlborough. I'm joined by Dave, Kevin, Andrew, may or may not be here. His dad is here. Hello to everybody else who's watching on Twitch. I see Jerry. I see your boy Alan. I see Budrich.
Jono Barnes, was he in there?
No, he wasn't in there, but I stopped in on his show today. Thomas, we had somebody, who that golfer is here. We had somebody do a voice donation at the start of the show. Play it again so they can get their money's worth.
All right.
Oh, interception! Matt Ryan!
Prayers to Bernie Kosar, who's suffering from Parkinson's and liver failure, and R.I.P. rookie Kyrie Jackson, who passed away Saturday.
It was Budrich ruining the intro. 50 bucks. We are halfway there already. Damn.
Thank you, Budrich. I didn't know about Bernie Kosar, and of course, R.I.P. to the young player for the Vikings who passed away over the weekend. But feel free to donate. Burrow kicked the Marlborough family's house's ass.
Barrel.
Like a barrel, like I'm over a barrel.
No, not that either. Barrel. Not burrow like crawfish burl.
Barrel. So Barrel kicked kicked our ass. No fence, roof damage, tree over, catastrophe. At least we got power back. So that was good. Thanks to everybody's well wishes. I appreciate everybody's well wishes. Wondering how I'm doing. That's how I'm doing. Not great. But on tonight's show, we're going to continue the Saints Happy Hour One Hit Wonder bracket. We're going to have trivia. We're going to have your questions. And we're going to talk about which Saints player might get paid in the summer. Before we start, remember to subscribe to Saints Happy Hour wherever you get your podcast. I got to mention about the MVP contest. If we reach $100 in donation tonight, the MVP will choose our minibar bottle. Which minibar bottle I will poison myself with from the minibar bottle booze collection, which is getting restocked, Kevin. I got a bunch of people sending me stuff. Excited about that. You send it, I will drink it, no matter how disgusting it is. Use Stream Elements by typing ! Donate in the chat. It appears Twitch is the mob. They take about a 50% cut when you use bits. This way, you spend less money. It's easier to get me drunk. It's a win-win. Even Andrew's dad, who's in the chat tonight, can do it. Next MVP prize is our best one. MVP winners from every week get entered into a drawing to go to a Saints home game with me. That's right, you, me, Section 641, watching DA and Derek Carr, maybe booing them, maybe cheering them. Plus, text to speech, you know that. Best $20 you can spend on the internet. Thomas, do we have a leader yet? Donations.
Yes,
leader.
Budrich is in the lead, obviously, with 50 bucks. Also, thanks to Purveyor of Awesome for subscribing for free with Twitch Prime. Nice 8 months. So we are 55%.
Another show without Andrew. Another already off to a roaring start with the donations. So thank you.
He's 55 already.
Wow.
Maybe we can break the record tonight.
Yeah. And I want to say thanks to everybody who had the nice words to me about my final WWL column. We had a ton of people read it, like 10,000, and a ton of well-wishers. We appreciate you guys. I do. It meant a lot to me that people actually read the dang thing for like going on like 20 years. So that was nice and touching. I'm drinking a Sam Adams something. I don't know. I bought a case of Sam Adams. It wasn't a wise purchase from Costco. Now I got to finish them. They're all kind of mediocre. What do you want? Kevin, are you drinking anything tonight?
Yes, I am. I am drinking from the Kentucky Owl not brewer.
Jesus.
Kentucky
Distillery.
Owl brand, the Wise Man.
Wise guys.
The Wise Man. It is 750 milliliters, 50.4% alcohol by volume, 100.8 proof.
Wow.
Wow,
That is-
100.8. That's 50.
That is
Yeah.
That's
a
stronger
good
than
shit.
normal. That's like Navy proof.
This
That
is the
is-
good shit. This was like $50.
wow. That's
But you're poor.
that's
I know.
You're
I
gonna
am
have
poor.
us
Now you know
believe
why.
you're poor.
Now
I
you
know.
know
I
why.
am poor because, you jackals are like, oh, Kevin needs to drink something. And my constant
don't have to buy the good
always
stuff.
just get a different bottle of booze.
go with the good stuff, boo.
I just said to hell with it.
Don't
Like I haven't
booze
bought.
shame.
I haven't bought a bottle in forever.
Don't
So I
booze
just
shame
said to
Kevin.
hell with it. So yeah,
All right, Dave. What are you drinking?
Fancy boy bougie taste. I made myself a classic. Doesn't look as red, but a classic Hurricane. 2 ounces of lemon
Jesus.
juice. 2 ounces.
All right, listen. Here's the thing. No one cares.
And 4 ounces of rum.
No one cares. How many wieners did you eat last week? No
We
one
already
cares.
talked about this, didn't we?
Did we? Did
No,
we have
I
this?
don't think so.
no.
We
You
didn't?
never gave us the result.
You
Yeah.
talked about. No,
We did a preview.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because it was on.
You gave a preview
Thursday. We
You
haven't
gave a
had
preview. Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
Yeah, you gave a preview. We
oh.
want how many wieners did you?
Oh, we got to talk about this. I finished in last place,
Oh my
Man.
Ugh.
which I'm not upset about. This is the contest. This is the kind of contest I want to finish last place in. This isn't the contest I want to be winning. I ate 3 hot dogs.
3.
Yeah, the winner ate 8 hot dogs.
Oh,
10 minutes. I wasn't gonna look. I'm not dunking the hot dog in the bun in the water and then eating it. That's gross. I'm above that. I'm not gonna do that.
Was there dunking?
Yes, of course. Everybody else was dunking their stuff. But by the way, all the other contestants, there was definitely a type. There was a little bit on the heavier side, like big beard. I mean, there was definitely like an aesthetic look to all of the contestants.
See, Dave was just slamming. So you lost.
One of the guys
shaming.
was like, he wasn't a professional eater, but he was like an amateur eater and had done local competitions.
Did you?
I'm like, this is ridiculous.
Were you beat by a woman? Okay,
By a
good.
child.
By
I
a
told you
child.
all of the contestants were males with facial hair.
With
So
facial
here's-
hair.
Dad bod males with facial hair.
So here's what I'm drinking. Here's what
Just
if
like you.
if we reach $100, here's what I'll be drinking tonight. We got the Curveball, Throw It Back, the original barbecue whiskey. That is disgusting.
Yeah.
We got the PB&J whiskey, which still hangs around. No one ever picks it.
because you were gonna like that.
And then Dr. McGillicuddy cherry. We got to get rid of the Dr. McGillicuddies, maybe. So
Maybe
we'll
we
pick-
can mix the two.
Oh God!
I think the barbecue first, and then the cherry after that. I think that would be a good gross combo right there.
Yeah,
Or
as a
maybe the
dessert.
cherry, or maybe
As
the
a
cherry
dessert.
and then the barbecue.
Oof, you aren't. That is a bad. That would be bad. So
You didn't name the last episode "Crippled Death Facts," by the way.
I
Rob.
didn't. I
You
forgot.
didn't.
I
You
did
were-
it. We talked about it, and then we forgot.
You said
I
you
put
were
it in the. I said I was, and then I did it in the description, and then I forgot.
I mean, I don't know if that's a good name.
Well, I mean,
We're allowed to do it because our host is crippled. That's what I like about
right.
this. We're
right.
flying under the guise of.
The algorithm doesn't know that, man.
the algorithm. The algorithm is like.
And they're going to suppress that because we're talking
the
about
red.
Probably,
I mean,
yeah.
maybe on the YouTubes they might.
we're trying to educate
that's
our
right.
listeners about how long crippled people live.
That's right. It's like we're practically PBS. So here's the thing: the Saints, they don't really have any news.
That's
you
good.
know, it's listicle. See, that's right, Thomas. Thomas is a longtime producer of the show. He knows. You don't Saints news in July before camp. Somebody's getting injured. Somebody's getting arrested. You don't want any Saints news. All the summer news is, Kevin, is just listicles and content to make people mad. But I thought of this question, which can go many different ways tonight before we get to the one-hit wonder semifinals, is if the Saints were going to pay somebody in the summer, whether it be a contract extension or a contract redo or whatever, who for the Saints is most likely to get paid in the summer? And it's like an announcement.
What's Olave at? Where's he at in his contract?
He's on the year 3. It's a little early.
He's my pick. I could see that happening.
I don't know. I think he's
in a year early. Lock him in.
But Olave's base salary is $985,000.
Yeah, I don't
his guaranteed salary is $2.456 million. His cap hit is $5.25 million this year. If you wanted to do it next year, his cap hit goes up to $6.1 million. If you want to try it, so is the question who's getting a raise?
Whatever you want to do it. It would just be so-and-so got extended. Whoever
Peyton
it would be.
Turner.
Peyton. Got to lock down Peyton Turner. Can't let him out the building.
Honestly, if he's still around, do I want to do that? Do I do that?
Peyton Turner, veteran minimum.
Budrich stole my answer, so I'll wait.
Peyton Turner should pay us.
Peyton Turner should pay the Saints.
No, us, as in Saints Happy Hour podcast.
My patrons. Yeah, I agree. How many sacks does Peyton Turner have in his career, by the way? I gotta look that up.
Probably less than 5.
How old is Demario Davis?
3.
Demario Davis is old.
He's old.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to hang on.
I'm going to give my answer while Kevin searches. Peyton Turner has 3 career sacks in 3 years. My answer, well, I'm going to give my answer, then Dave. Budrich has a good answer, but my answer is I think Kamara, for all his histrionics and leaving mini camp and being in a huff and blah, 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 he's going to sign in the summer, first week, 2-year extension, $13 million, $9 million guaranteed. And it'll extend him. He'll be on the Saints it'll guarantee he'll be on the Saints for next year in 2025. Beyond that, not too much, but he's going to get like a 2-year, $12 million deal. Everybody will be smiles. It'll be fantastic. We'll be happy. They'll give Kamara, Kevin, a slight overpay on what he would probably get on the open market if they pay him like $6-7 million. It's probably a slight overpay.
Yeah.
But they'll be like, he's Kamara. We'll give him a little like a little thank you, we love you bump you're gonna get. So I think the Kamara is gonna be the big extension.
Well,
it'll be all.
Look, if they did that, they could save a lot of money if they restructure his.
That's right.
Extension. Actually, extension. Yeah, they could save a significant amount of money by offering him an extension. That's one of the people I was looking at after Demario Davis. Yeah, shit. Like Dave took my initial answer with Olave.
That's why I went first and just jumped in there.
Right. And then Kamara.
I would say too.
Honestly, you know what? I'm going to give you a diabolical as shit answer.
Okay. I like that.
I think the Saints wait until the end of the season.
Uh-huh.
This would take place in the 2025 year.
Okay.
They are going to restructure Derek Carr.
Oh, yeah.
And what they're going to do is Derek Carr is going to play. I know, everybody. I know. Just put your, you don't even have to put out your torches. Derek Carr is going to play well enough, and this team is going to make the playoffs.
Oh, wow. Now we're getting somewhere. I like the optimism, recklessness.
And the team is going to say, let's lock this guy in for a little bit longer.
Yeah.
And restructure his contract so he is not hitting us for $61 million against the cap in 2026.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And he's going to be hitting the team for $51 million against the cap in 2025. So if you can restructure him, you could feasibly could clear up
$30 million,
tens of millions of dollars in cap space by restructuring him, giving him more time, more whatever, and then
I like that answer. Kevin. You present a scenario where the Saints go like 10-7, maybe 11-6, and hey, we had this 2-year plan to get our cap in order, and we're gonna operate the cap normally like everyone else. Loomis just punts that shit to the moon and is like, we went 11-6, we're going for a Super Bowl, and they create like $60 million in cap space and spend it all just absolutely recklessly next March. I love that idea. And but the bad side for you is, Kevin, they would be back to trading more future draft assets in the 2025 draft.
Do not harsh my goddamn buzz right now. Okay. Okay.
He's 3 sips into that Mr. Nobody bottle of whiskey that he's got there.
No, wise man.
Yeah. Oh, wise man.
Wise man.
Wise guy.
Yeah.
And also, what wouldn't be wise is actually achieving a little bit of success and then wasting it by trading away more draft picks instead of accumulating talent.
Was that whiskey named after Mickey Loomis?
Your boy Allen has
it should have been named after me. Actually, this is from the bottle here has 1879 on it.
All right, your boy Allen has a critical question, Dave. If it was an Italian sausage eating contest instead of hot dogs, would you have fared better?
I'm glad you asked this. Great question. I certainly would have enjoyed it more. I gotta be honest with you. I don't really love hot dogs. It's not something that whets my appetite and makes me want to.
What are you, a communist?
No, but I mean, if it was Italian sausage, yes, I think I could have eaten more. But Italian sausages, I think by nature, are larger. So I don't know if I would have eaten more Italian sausages on a bun. But I think I would eat more of the meat in general. The thing with going back to this whole thing, like the hot dogs weren't that bad. They were very plump, bigger, larger hot dogs. They weren't the Dat dog size dogs, but they were larger than your normal like Nathan's dog. But the hot dogs weren't that. It's the buns. The buns are so. And again, I was not going to like go dip it in water. I would have thrown up if I had to drink. If I had to eat wet
drink a bun.
Yeah, exactly. And because the guy that won, he's got all this gross stuff in his beard, and he's happy he's won $500, but he looks like a slob. But anyway, so I could certainly eat more Italian sauce. It's way better. Can I get some like peppers and onions with that?
Peppers and onions. Where the peppers? Bring out the peppers and onions, Michael. What's going on here?
Jesus.
Is that from the movie?
That's from The Godfather, yeah. What, they make me wait in a line, Michael?
Your boy Alan wants to know which host wins a hot dog eating contest. I'm going to go with Kevin.
I don't know.
I'm very competitive.
Kevin has the biggest beard.
I think Kevin.
I don't know. I'm a pretty much like semi-professional at not being able to hold it in.
Who's the biggest neck beard?
I can't grow a neck beard. One, it's not physically possible, and two, my wife, any sort of beard, she will kick me out of the house immediately.
Sally, I need help.
Yeah, I do. I have this on the whiteboard. We'll get to the whiteboard next week. Somebody, we couldn't get it updated this week with hurricane. Give us a week. We'll get back on schedule next week. Before we get to the bracket, Butteridge has a great question, Kevin. Who would you rather start at right tackle? Penning, 7th round pick Josiah Ezerum, or Wayne Gandy's recliner? For the young and
come on down, Josiah Ezerum.
I don't know. Wayne Gandy's recliner was like a $5,000 recliner, and that was in the early 2000s. So that's like maybe like a 5-digit chair now. That like maybe a 10.
In what year did he buy it?
I want to say that's like it was like he was in the Wayne Gandy's recliner was like 2003, 2004.
2000. I tell you what, I'll go 2004. Inflation calculator.
So it was like $4,000 that chair. Like it.
All right, inflation station.
So I mean that's
Bureau of Labor Statistics. So let's see. So $4,000 in. I'll pick the middle of the year. July of 2004.
Yeah.
Has the same buying power as of today. Oh, there's no data. Okay, so May of 2024. So if you spent $4,000 on a chair in July of 2024, I tell you what, I'll go January.
Jesus, pick a month.
Oh my God.
$6,783. So
that was way off.
on it is about $2,700.
Wait, it's only $2,000 more dollars?
Yeah, I feel like
$2,700.
2004.
From what year?
2004.
Oh,
2004 to 2024.
So I'd go Wayne Gandy's chair still. So Thomas, it's time for the Saints Happy Hour One Hit Wonder bracket.
Let's get some donations, people. Come on.
Let's get yeah.
One of our hosts just went through a hurricane for.
That's right. And the fence isn't gonna pay for itself. Come on.
You people are cold-blooded.
So yeah, I appreciated before we get to the bracket the well wishes of people congratulating me on my final WWL column. Drowned out the hatred of Steve Gleason being in the One Hit Wonder bracket. So that was nice, Dave. Drowned it out. So maybe we'll get back to it. Oh, and by the way, if you love the column and you're not a patron, become a patron. I'm going to be writing for saintshappyhour.com, the patron website. The patrons will get 2 columns a month. Really? It'll just be behind the paywall. You won't get it for free anymore. WWL. You're gonna have to, So just consider it. If you're on like the fence and like becoming a patron, and you really like the column, maybe that'll tip you to become a patron. Thomas,
Don't worry, guys. I'll just copy and paste it onto my Twitter feed.
I'll screenshot that bitch. It'll be like 4 screenshots. Yeah. So Thomas, it's time for the semifinals of the One Hit Wonder bracket. Let's go. I say it every week, but the graphics this week, the graphics for the One Hit Wonder tournament are amazing. Like Thomas, he gets better and better every year.
I try. That's my goal.
You do. So extra salamis for you for the summertime work you put in. All right. So we got Kevin. We got 2 semifinals. We have pretty much chalk in this tournament. We have a 1, a 2, a 5, and a 3 for the seeds in the semifinals. Thomas, what is our first matchup?
All right. The first matchup is
Steve Gleason versus Brian Milne.
See, I'll go first here.
Heavy hitters.
Ralph, what are the people that go in your mentions about Steve Gleason being a one-hit wonder? What do they say? What's their?
They just say he's a legend. He's not a one-hit wonder. He is defeating ALS. He is exemplary human being. And I'm like, yes, but name another Saints play that he did.
Right.
And they're like, it's not about that, man. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Is that? I just want to make this clear before we discuss this. So, because I think I missed the first week when we started this whole thing, but we're specifically talking about.
No,
on the
you
field,
didn't.
Right?
You didn't.
Oh, I was the first. Okay. I know I've missed a week, but
you missed the second week.
Specifically talking about on the field.
Yeah. It's one play. It's one moment. It's one
Gleason
game.
Almost lost, man. Gleason
it's
almost
one
lost.
Season.
First week.
So Gleason qualifies.
But it has to be football related.
Yes, if Gleason did so that's why he's the number one seed.
Sure.
But Kevin, here's the thing. Like, if you wanted to seed this, I feel like Brian Milne might have been a little low, like as a 5 seed. Like,
Yeah.
Probably.
so it's it's a little tough. I'm going Brian Milne. And and here's why.
I'll go next.
I'm a baby. When people say mean things, I'm easily swayed. I don't have convictions about hardly anything in life. If you present a good argument, if you intimidate me, if you speak loudly, if you point your finger in my chest while you're talking to me about it, I'll change my mind. And so
vote Gleason, Ralph. Vote Gleason.
So I'm going Brian Milne because I was in the stadium for both of them. And the Brian Milne fumble recovery, as magical as the Gleason punt block was, as magical as it was.
How you're going to rationalize this, because I don't see how you can rationalize it.
There was no panic and angst in that stadium in 2006. It was all joy. The Saints
interception! Matt Ryan!
Did John T. Murray and Herb gonna lock you up?
But it's 20 buckaroos. There we are, 25.
It's the Butteridge. Come on, guys. It's the
Butteridge.
We love Butteridge, but can help him out. Get us over the line.
Kevin, tell Andrew to take his time.
So the thing is, in the Superdome, in that playoff game, Kevin, there was angst, there was dread. It was, oh my God, the Saints are going to blow this playoff game.
Of course, Juja is late, but the people need to know what Mike Carney texted back.
Oh, yeah, we never got that. We never. Oh, wow. Are we there?
Your
Yes,
boy
we are.
Allen taking us over the edge, 20.3.
Down the horn.
And now, Ali Mourinho, 5 buckaroos. And I also forgot to think. I know I did. Never mind.
All right, so Butteridge is the MVP leader. So Butteridge, what's it going to be? Is it going to be?
I don't know. You could go just not the peanut butter.
Oh,
I think I think the cherry first, and then the barbecue.
Could be bad times. So Butteridge, tell us what it is. The Arthur McGillicuddy's cherry is not that strong.
Cherry. Butteridge says cherry.
Wow.
I don't know. Or maybe okay. All right. There we go. And we're off.
Dave's disappointed.
Oh, man. All right.
Puke meter is on.
The puke meter is.
It smells immaculate. Thank you, Butteridge.
Does it smell like cough syrup? Does it smell?
It smells like shit.
It smells
like NyQuil, but more cherryish.
Right. Okay. All right. You're about to go night.
Oh, it really does.
See, we got to quickly get to the barbecue now. If we can follow this up with barbecue, I think we got something. We need your donations now.
Butter says, "Surprise! It's NyQuil." I think it is, but I think it's like watered down NyQuil.
Is the puke bucket ready, Ralph?
It's not the bad. It's like a 7, but ugh.
Oh, a 7, damn, that was weak.
The thing is, though, I ate a lot of homemade chicken pot pie tonight, Kevin. So if people did get to the second one, I'm just saying it could get dicey.
Oh yes, this is what I'm talking about.
Do you have the puke bucket is ready, Ralph?
I got the puke bucket.
Old puke bucket.
The old puke bucket. So did you text Juge, Kevin? What's he saying?
Yeah, he does. Yeah, you're on the same. You could look for yourself. Well, you were in the middle of finishing up what you were discussing about Steve Gleason and Brian Milne.
Yeah, I just feel like the Brian Milne fumble really was like a exorcism, because if the Saints had lost that playoff game, it would have been 5 straight playoff losses. They would have blown a 31-7 lead.
But you guys were used to it, and at the end you would have been like, "Yeah, that's about right. It's the Saints. Like, yes, this feels right."
Yes, but that's what made it great, because we were like, it turned it all around. We thought anything was possible.
I want to hear from Dave.
All right. Look, I asked my questions before Ralph started talking because I wanted to just make sure we're talking about on the football field, because Yeah, look, Steve Gleason has arguably the greatest play in all of Saints history, and like you said, Ralph, I can't really name another Steve Gleason play. As far as football is concerned, he's the greatest one-hit wonder, and that's what we're voting on here. Look, I wasn't there. I was there for Gleason, obviously, but I wasn't there for Brian Milne Boulevard recovering the punt. But I would find it hard to believe that it was as electric and incredible and meaningful as Gleason's blocked punt. And I'm not sure. People are in the chat are like, "Oh, but he didn't recover the punt." I don't understand what that. I mean, who recovered it? Pathon? Did Jerome or no? Curtis Deloach?
No,
Curtis Deloach. Curtis Deloach.
Well, is
now
Curtis
pick it up.
Okay, well, I'm just saying, but is Curtis Deloach in this? Curtis Deloach honestly should have been in this thing too. No, I'm not joking. Like,
no, it could have been like a tank. Yeah.
I think that was one oversight. But anyway, I'm going with Gleason, so I'll leave it to Kevin to be either the good guy or the bad guy, depending on who he chooses.
So, let's look back here. So I bought season tickets ahead of the 2006 season. So I was there. Home game, went bananas with everybody else. It was wonderful. Absolutely wonderful time.
I mean, I still get teary-eyed if I watch it.
Yeah, no, it's great. Like, I love rewatching that clip. I've seen that. God, I don't know how many times I've seen that.
But
yeah,
I can't believe
the Gleason block came in week 3 against a heated rival.
So it was the dome opener.
Whereas, yes, I know. Whereas the Brian Milne recovery
Milne boy
happened in the playoff to secure the franchise's first win
against the world champions.
Steve Gleason played in the NFL for 7 seasons. All 7 of those seasons were with the Saints. Brian Milne played in the NFL for 5 seasons, 1 with the Saints. He showed up, he arrived, he recovered, he left. And that was it. When you talk about a one-hit wonder, it's here today, gone today. Now,
that last part was fairly persuasive.
So
put that on a t-shirt.
Steve Gleason, listen, both of these guys, I mean, this should have been the final.
Yeah, maybe.
This should have been the final. Both of these guys, free beer for life, free whatever for life. They should get keys to the city, eternal keys to the city, whatever.
I would never be able to pick Brian Milne out of a crowd.
Your boy Allen's making strong arguments.
That's why Brian Milne should have a giant key around his neck that says, "Hi, I'm Brian Milne." Anyway, my deciding vote, because Andrew Juge decided to, go do tea, tennis, and crumpets or whatever and talk to the cast of Downton Abbey.
Is he at Wimbledon? He's probably at Wimbledon.
My deciding vote is for number 40, Brian Milne.
Wow, I can't believe you voted against Gleason. Gleason is a legend. That's disgraceful.
I know.
To do a legend like that, it's disgraceful.
What a
I can't believe that either. And I kind of wonder, I kind of feel like there's some sort of like reverse psychology going on. I feel like if Steve Gleason never got ALS and he was just like Brian Milne, where he was just a normal guy, I feel like he would be picked overwhelming. But I feel like because we feel like he's done so many other great things, we can just write him off and he doesn't have to win this contest. It's not that big of a deal because he gets to win so many other contests. And we poor Brian Milne.
Like
this is all he's going to win.
Contest.
Gleason's going to win. Gleason's going to get another
Gleason
SB.
would beat you, Dave, in a hot dog eating contest.
He probably,
I mean,
Gleason's going to have 2 SBs. Brian Milne has none, and yet that didn't factor into Kevin's decision. Kevin is a disgrace.
I don't know. This is
the worst. This is the worst.
So here's the thing.
You also voted for Brian Milne.
Oh, I forgot.
Previously.
Yeah. Wait, what?
You see, here's what I've done. I have now taken the heat off Ralph.
Thank you.
And I've given the people what they wanted. Remember, you can't always
Not
get
all
what
of
you
the
want,
people.
but sometimes
You've only
you get
given
what you need.
you've only given the vocal minority what they've wanted. The silent majority.
The angry hordes.
No.
Hey, Dave, listen, Dave. While you were hanging your head in disappointment over whatever the hell the New York Islanders were doing in early 2001, I was living and dying at Major Video watching the playoff game on a tiny television with about 6 or 7 other people up at the counter watching the game. And when the fumble happened, we all rejoiced. And then I had to go return the porn back into the private porn area. When
you would go in the Major Video, would you pull the curtain or would you just walk in proudly when you went?
No, I mean, I've got the stack of tapes. I got to go back there and return them. That was my job.
Yeah.
Like all the pervs were the ones that would try and sneak it in.
Of course, you didn't work at a Blockbuster or a name brand.
Major
you got to work
Kevin,
at the brand.
How many people did you see when you worked at Major Video? Because this is important. Now I'm back engaged in this podcast. Kevin, how many people when you worked at Major Video? How many people did you know? Where you're like, oh, he's in the adult section of Major Video. I know who he is. Like a teacher, a family friend,
I didn't recognize. No, I never recognized. I barely recognized anybody.
Councilman.
Nobody stood out going into the porn room. It was just a bunch of regular guys. Occasionally, you would get something that would just like
a couple.
No, sometimes on occasion you'd get a couple. The peculiar thing was guys in like their 60s or 70s going back there.
Making it rain.
And they'd have like their World War II or Korean War veterans caps on or whatever.
Shriner's cap on.
No, not a Shriner's cap. They weren't riding the little carts around.
VFW Hall hat.
They would go back there and then they would come back with some pretty
risque. See, this is kids.
It was all risque, Ralph. It was all more than risque. It was basically it was very, very peculiar for them. Like, you know how they say you don't judge a book by its cover? It's basically that. So you think it's a zig and really it's a zag.
Well, I want to say this as an old man: the world was better when you had to work harder for your porn. Kids, back in the '90s and the early 2000s, you had to go to the newsstand, adult bookstore, the back of the Major Video. You just couldn't get it streaming whenever you wanted it.
Right, and if you wanted to go online for it, you had to deal with dial-up.
That's right.
An older brother, a much older brother.
Baud modems or whatever the hell.
Who very much liked pornography.
There's people of a certain age, they hear that modem sound, it gets them aroused. They're like,
look, you want to hear something? You want to hear something hysterical? I'll tell you something hysterical. So we had an ink. So the computer was in my room. The family computer was in my room.
Oh, no.
Big mistake.
No. Oh,
big mistake.
Wow.
We had an inkjet printer.
Oh, Lord.
So I printed out a bunch of photos of sorts on this inkjet printer.
Did you put them in a laminated?
I kept it in a bright yellow. I kept it in a bright yellow Brother Martin folder.
Wow.
And
Kevin, like a folder.
And
Kevin, did you tear the edges? Did you tear the hold edges off before you put it in the folder?
I don't get that.
You know how the printers, they used to have the holes on the sides?
No. This was straight like 8
That's
and a half
old
by
time,
11.
man.
No,
I
it
know,
wasn't
dot
dot matrix, for God's sake,
Yeah.
Aldi Marino. It wasn't
That's what I'm
printed out
saying.
on zeros and ones. It was just straight white paper, and I would put it in this bright
They each
yellow
take like
butter
10
mark
minutes to
folder,
print out,
and I would
and
relocate
they use an
this
entire ink
folder.
cartridge.
I would relocate this folder every 48 hours like I was a goddamn spy. And it was like, all right, we're going to go under this corner of the bed. Now we're going to move it underneath the sock drawer, but I'm going to open the sock drawer and tape it underneath the sock drawer. So you have to pull it all the way out in order to access the folder. Various things that, I'd put things behind. I had a guitar amp. I'd put it behind the guitar amp.
Dave, we've peaked. This is the peak of Saints Happy Hour off-season content. This is our peak. We're 2 weeks away from the Saints training camp. We reached our peak.
Thomas, do not put this in the submission next year for best podcast.
No, do, Thomas, do.
I mean, listen, it was like Cold War espionage going on in my room to make sure that
Who are you hiding it from? Your siblings or your parents more? Because the impression I get from your parents is that they would never find this kind of thing. I don't know.
Depends on the parents.
Listen, when you're a kid, you're constantly in fear of being found.
It was Aldi Marino says it was a
How is it that I'm with no kids? How is it I'm the one with no kids and you guys have the kids? Well, Ralph may not know about this just yet, but I'm the one with no kids, and you guys are the ones that are like, hey, I don't believe. Why would you be worried about your parents? You wait until
that's right. I know.
Until one of the kids, until you stumble upon something, and then you got to have a conversation. Because let me tell you,
buddy, that ship is sailed, buddy.
The idea of having the idea of either one of my parents walking in or discovering or finding anything was horrifying. The idea of having a conversation about it, I would have rather walked up to the levee and swan dived into Lake Pontchartrain and hope an alligator ate me. Okay.
I did not have
having any conversation with my parents about anything, even remotely sexual, beyond hand holding.
Wow.
I would rather have taken my NES duck hunt gun and wrapped it around my neck. Okay.
Butter says Kevin.
My mom is listening to this podcast, so
sorry.
She doesn't listen to any. She can barely hear anyway. The poor lady, she's been through enough.
Wow.
She had to listen to my dad yell for nearly 40 years.
Roberta, that is the opinion of Kevin. That is not the opinion of this podcast. Your hearing is crystal clear, as far as we're concerned.
Wait,
name's not Roberta.
What is?
Look, I did not have Kevin's printed porn folder on my bingo card for today.
I did not.
But here we are.
Printed porn.
We're gonna do a show. We only have 2 matchups this week. This show we're gonna be in and out in an hour. Kevin just rambles in with the porn story. It's just
something.
I had much older brothers. Like, when I was 16, my brothers were 34.
Oh, wow.
And one of them
bequeathed you a box and said, "I
had my own subscription to Playboy when I was like 16 that my parents wouldn't allow me to get, so they had it sent to my other brother's house."
Wow, we haven't even. Thomas hasn't even declared the winner of Gleason.
Yeah. So hang on a second. Hang on. Seriously, all you like to the parents listening, or to even the kids, go look at a folder. Just go look at a folder, at what a folder looks like, and think.
Yeah.
You had to print it out and fill that up and then hide it. Nowadays you can either go online and find whatever the hell you want, minus Texas and whatever other draconian states we got out here. Or you can download stuff and put it on something yay big.
First of all, they're not even Kevin, you're out of touch, buddy. They're not even going to be putting it on a thumb drive. It's just they have phones, they have whatever. They just
wipe their Wipe their history
they
after
just
they're
access
done.
it on the internet. They're not
Come
saving it. Yeah, Kevin, Jesus.
Yeah, but dude, sometimes you have stuff in particular that you like that you want to hang on to for posterity.
Okay, Kevin.
Like keepsakes.
Sure, I know.
The best part is
personal homemade stuff.
Is Juge parachuting in an hour late. And he's
missing probably the greatest conversation.
And he's thinking he's thinking
that's
he's
what
gonna
happens.
totally ruin our mojo.
Don't
let him in. Don't let him in. Kick him out.
That's what happens when you are late.
He's thinking we're talking about the Saints, the semifinals of the one-hit wonders. No, we're talking about.
He's thinking it's behind the scenes, man.
We're talking about Kevin's pornographic folder. But Thomas, tell us who's the winner. Announce the winner of the first semifinal.
Then the fucking Andre Juge. I'm confused. Which camera setup should I use? All right, let's announce the winner then.
And the winner is Ryan Milne.
Unbelievable! It's a disgrace. This whole tournament is a sham.
Let's hurry up before Andrew joins.
It started from the get-go. That blamed the seating committee. What do you want?
No, but the fact that the fact that this bracket got us a 25-minute discussion of Kevin's Manila folder of porn.
Bright yellow folder
Martin of porn.
Crusaders, class of 98.
If we do a Kevin themed sticker, Thomas, mark that down. I got a bright yellow folder. That can be one of Kevin's custom stickers for the people.
Well, I love that it was a Brother Martin folder. I mean, we're really, I love that. It was,
full pride.
Yeah. I wonder, somebody's Kevin's mom might be still in her house. She's like, oh, look, a Brother Martin folder. I wonder if this has memories of my young boy in high school. Let's take a look and see. Oh, my God, it's Rue McClanahan, and she doesn't have clothes on.
Were these like celebrity news?
Oh, it's Samantha Fox.
Random.
Wow.
Why these were professional ladies in the business?
Yeah, these were
or was it like Jennifer Love Hewitt's face photoshopped very poorly?
No, it wasn't even that. It wasn't even.
Remember those? That was big.
I'm trying to remember.
I love this. I'm just text Andrew. Just give up. Just give up, Andrew.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell. Juge must have Ralph's internet.
He's got Ralph 2019 internet, man.
Juge moved to Texas.
Tell Juge he's got to reroute through Friendster or something. What was it? It was like anytime I could find a picture of like a woman in a provocative pose. It was like some what was like the big one of the two big strip clubs in New Orleans?
Scuttlebutts?
No.
Visions?
I don't think it was Visions. It was like one of the ones in New Orleans. It was like
Hustler
one of the
Club?
ones. No, this would have been like 1997, 1998, 1999. It was based. It was one of those, and you could click on them. And you would get picked. Some of them.
How many of them were nurses, Kevin? That's what the people want to know. How many of them were nurses?
Here's the thing. My nurses, I think it was the Gold Club. I'm seeing from Tiger Jet 21. I think it was the Gold Club. So
yeah, that's a real.
Some of the women there, they had like profiles, quote unquote, where they had a couple of pictures of them in various states of undress, and I would print out a few of them, and that would just go in the folder.
Yeah. We need an entire
video, kids. There was no video.
No video. We need an entire podcast about this folder.
You had to have a program to download videos or download sort of other files. I can't even remember what it is now. It was like the program was like a green box that you would download MP3s or whatever else.
LimeWire.
That was it. And you had to hope the thing you were downloading wasn't virus laden.
I mean,
and that's if you wanted to sit and be patient and hope nobody showed up.
Yeah.
So I was literally just like, nah, to hell with that. Too much risk. I don't care if the action is the juice. I'm literally just getting still pictures and I'm printing things out, and that's it. It's getting stored. I'm using my imagination. That's it.
Juge is finally here. Juge, just because an American made the quarterfinals in Wimbledon, that's no excuse for you to be an hour late. No excuse.
Jude, I stalled for time.
Jude, you there,
So
man?
Thomas,
Jude,
what's the
blink? Jude, blink if you're happy. He's stone-faced. Oh, shit.
He isn't. Let's just
Thomas? Thomas, give us the next.
Okay,
the
what
next
about now?
match.
What about now? Is it working now?
Yes.
It is
Yeah.
working.
you
Oh
now.
my
Yes.
God. I have been messing with my internet for like the last
we know.
10 minutes.
We know.
I've heard most of what you said.
Yeah, we figured.
You told me to
Yes,
just give up. I heard Kevin
dad's-
Kevin made a joke about Napster or something.
There's the other one.
LimeWire. That was pretty good.
Andrew, your dad's listening. Would you like to share your early pornography and masturbation stories?
Absolutely.
Dude,
Absolutely
just so you know, we've hit peak off season. We got 2 weeks left of the Saints. So Thomas, give us
And you
the
missed
next.
one
Hold on,
drinking.
catch me up. How many shots has Ralph had?
I've had
One.
one.
Just
I-
one.
And what
done.
did you have?
Dr.
He had
McGillicuddy.
cherry, and I would like to follow that with barbecue flavor.
Jerry Dr. McGillicuddy, Jude.
Yeah.
We are less than $70 away, buddy.
Ralph, have we recapped the hurricane and how things are going? in your
Yeah,
life?
we recapped it. It was.
Are you
fun.
serious? Come on, we're not going to entertain Andrew. Andrew, you got to hit the ground running. You got to come in here. We're not gonna change the show just because you came in. Like we're gonna keep going with the show, and you got to adapt to us.
Here's the
Okay,
deal.
this isn't how this works.
Here's the deal. He lost power for 18 hours. Parts of his roof were blown off. He's got shingles in his backyard.
Yeah.
The fence in his backyard is blown over.
That's it.
But he has power back. He's going to get a little gimmick that he can hook up to his box that'll provide him temporary power in the future. That's
right.
going to cost him an arm and a
Him or
leg.
Sally?
But the
Sally.
joke is on Texas.
I don't
He's
do
gonna give
manual
him a bad
labor.
arm.
Please.
So we're all good.
No, I meant getting.
You know
something hooked
what,
up to the
Kevin?
box.
Thank you for showing me some grace. Thank you for being a
That's
good
right.
friend. I see you're drinking Uncle Nearest. I assume that's what that is.
No, it's Mr.
I'm
Ice Spy.
drinking the Wise Man from Kentucky
Wise Man.
Owl.
Oh, okay.
Well, here's the thing.
But thank you for getting me up to speed and being a good friend and not treating me like dirt, like Dave.
$50. That's a $50 bottle. Yet he's poor and he's got zero money in his
I'm
checking
still
account.
not
Go
sure I
figure.
follow.
I know
he's-
before you Philistines constantly berate me about not having anything to drink. So I finally went and bought something to drink, and now I'm
Good for
getting
you.
the
right.
nth
No.
degree over it.
Kevin, don't spend your money on medical care or insurance. Spend it on what counts: booze. I 100%
Spend it on
endorse-
Ralph taking shots.
spend it-
And you just spend it on finding a wife.
Well, no, I was going to say spend it on medical care because that's where maybe you can find a wife.
Maybe.
Right.
All right, Thomas, give us the next matchup.
I'm laughing
Please.
because
Did I understand
your boy
correctly that
Alan, your boy Alan
Brian
asked,
Milne won the last round.
That's correct.
Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah.
What happens when you're not here, Jude?
Mm-hmm.
Before the next matchup, your boy Alan, the MVP from last week, asks, we need to know what Connie said, Juge,
Yeah.
since you decided to show up.
Oh my God, let me look.
He ghosted you.
Do I need to
what is
text
the
him again?
background
Is he
with this?
still in?
No, he's out.
Background with
He's gone. He's out.
He's
No,
way out.
Carney's out.
He just texted me, "What's up, man? I'm coaching my 10-year-old in All Stars baseball," and I was like, "Yeah, that doesn't matter right now. There are more important things. My podcast is doing a better moment: Carney versus Cowboys or the Hartley kick." And he said, "Actually, I'm in between innings, so now's a good time." And I said, "State your case," with a laughy face, and he wrote, "Of course, my glorious night with multiple touchdowns." So that's all he.
Well, he was wrong. So there you go.
That's all I got from him.
There you go. There you go. So
I love how you're so pushy that you'll just Carney's
He's-
like,
it's amazing.
I'm coaching my kids' baseball game, and you're like, well, I don't give a shit. My podcast
That's
is doing
not-
a thing. So reply to me now. Like you are.
But
such
he
a awesome
like I go way back with him.
But
He
here's
he gets the humor. He gets the humor.
But here's the thing, Dave. That's how he builds a Rolodex of sources. Andrew has no shame. And he's like, I just barge right through the door. And if they ignore me and they block me, I don't have a source. But if they entertain me, I got a source. And that's how he builds a Rolodex of that's how he has sources and
you gotta
intel
understand,
inside.
Dave. Half
That's
of
right.
them think I'm funny, and the other half are annoyed. And you
That's
know,
right.
so
And
I just leverage the ones that like me.
So Thomas, what's our next matchup, Thomas?
All right, the final matchup of the Final Four is
Tom Dempsey versus Tracy Porter.
Once again, the definition in this sucks. Because you can make a case for both of these guys, and I still don't know who to vote for because I don't know what the definition is.
One hit, is it one moment, one season, one play?
Right.
Just one. When you think of that person, do you think of one thing?
Yeah.
Yes. Right. I think of one thing for both of these guys.
So which one is the more one-hitty? Exactly. Which one is the greater one-hit wonder of these two? And there's only one right answer.
Well, no.
I'm going Tracy Porter.
Okay. Look, see, the thing with me is, I think Tracy Porter deserves to be on here because of the one interception in the Super Bowl. But when I think of one-hit wonder, he doesn't come to mind purely because...
Isn't he kind of a two-hit wonder over 3 weeks, though?
Yes, exactly. And that's kind of that's my thing is, I don't think of him as a one-hit wonder. I think of him as a playoff wonder.
Yeah.
Right. So, but right.
Which that could be, I guess that could be the one hit. I guess. Yeah,
right.
I guess that's the one hit.
As a one, that's it. That was it. That is the thing he dines out on. Him in the playoffs that year.
Right. Yeah.
He was Ed Reed.
Yeah. You're right.
I mean, here's the thing. I remember one time I was in a cab in New Orleans, and my cab driver said I was Tracy Porter's football coach in high school. I mean, this was years ago, but I just remember riding in a cab and some guy telling me that. Now, he might have been full of shit and lying, but...
No, he's probably for real. He's just been living off of that story for 10 years.
So he's telling me that, and I'm like, holy shit, you coached Tracy Porter in high school? And my mind was blown. If anyone had been like, I was Tom Dempsey's coach at any point in Tom Dempsey's life, I'd be like, great, I don't give a shit.
What? That is horrible. Tom Dempsey's obituary in the Washington Post.
Wait, hold up, Ralph. Hold up.
All right.
You took a cab once?
Yeah, what the hell? It's a lies.
I buried the lead.
Lies.
I buried the lead.
It was in Switzerland. It was like a Swiss cab.
That's
like $800. Great question.
I say
Dave came in dead last in the hot dog eating contest, disappointing America.
Yeah,
that's
go
right.
for the 28.3 arriving to this episode.
That's right. I mean,
less than 40 guys.
I don't believe any of that.
Do it.
Yeah, I don't believe any of that story because Juge would never be in a cab.
No, it really is true.
Of
course I got in a cab.
What I was going to say is Tom Dempsey's Washington Post obituary. Tom Dempsey, whose 63-yard field goal set an NFL record, dies at 73 of coronavirus. Tom Dempsey is the original OG for the Saints' greatest moment, and he had the Saints' greatest moment, maybe arguably until
that's
Hakeem drops the ball.
Great. That's fucking great, Ralph. Right up until the point where we won the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
remember that?
Yeah.
No, he's saying up to Hakeem drops the ball.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. He loses to Tracy Porter. Hey, thanks for the memories, Tom. Your kick was great. I'm glad we picked second overall instead of first because you made that kick 63 yards under sea level and all that. And, Elam with the Broncos broke your record, but it was kind of bullshit or Prater, whatever guy it was, because it was, in Denver and the ball travels better, all that, yada, yada. That's all great. We won a Super Bowl. Tracy Porter made that happen, picking off Peyton Manning, of all people. Tom Dempsey doesn't hold a candle to what Tracy Porter did. He caught lightning in a bottle. This isn't even close, guys.
Well, look, I think he makes a great point. Tracy Porter, if you're taking his entire 2009 playoff performance as his one-hit wonder, I think he qualifies. Obviously, yes, winning the Super Bowl.
So you agree with what I said?
No, because Tom Dempsey's feet bested everybody in the NFL for so many years.
With his club
singular.
Like
illegal.
There are a lot of cornerbacks who have made interceptions in the playoffs that have won games. There was only one guy who made one kick for as that long that lasted for that many years. So I'm going to go with Tom Dempsey.
And also, too, I think if you ask people about Tracy Porter, a lot of people will remember the Super Bowl, but some people will be, I remember Brett Favre. So
you're going Tom Dempsey, Ralph?
I'm going Tom Dempsey. I see. Ridiculous. You weren't here last week because you were insane. I have a bias.
He was in Turks and Caicos.
Yeah, I have a bias towards Tom Dempsey. When I was a child, I'm crippled. Tom Dempsey was crippled. He kicked the 63-yard field goal. It meant a lot to me when I was a child. It makes me nostalgic for his club foot. It makes me nostalgic for his club foot. And I got to cripple people. We got to stand
Ralph,
together.
Does it make you feel like your bad hand could be the good hand? Is that why it really
a little bit
attracts
you? A little bit. But I feel like
made him feel like he could do anything.
I felt like it could make it happen. You know, they had him
despite any disability.
But what I'm saying, Andrew, is if I don't vote Tom Dempsey, I'm abandoning my people.
All right, Kevin,
I gotta vote Dempsey.
Kevin, you're going Tracy Porter. You're the rational one, right?
So here's the deal.
Yes.
I want this one turned over to the people.
Wow.
I am a man of the people.
That is such bullshit.
I am a man of the people.
You're afraid to make a stand.
Brother, I took a stand on the last one.
Guys,
did you not hear that?
Porter,
I took a stand
Tracy
on the
Porter.
last
He
one.
won us a freaking Super Bowl.
I am making decisions and understanding the consequences. Ergo, I am voting Tracy Porter and turning this over to the fans.
Coward.
That's what I'm
All right.
Thomas, so far, I already put out the poll, and it's 0 votes for Tracy Porter.
That's right! Yes! I love you people. I might not have a fence.
Well, it's not over yet.
I might not have a fence, but y'all have my back.
I can't even vote. This is bullshit.
It's amazing.
The voting's over. I put it preemptively.
That's it. I love it. I love it.
How many votes for Dempsey?
4 votes.
More than as many as it takes.
As many
I rigged that poll like I was Lyndon Johnson in a Senate race in Texas in 1952. So, Thomas, give us the winner.
All right. And the winner is...
The winner is...
It was awesome.
Tom Dempsey.
One-hit wonder, the championship next week. Brian Milne, Tom Dempsey. Get your tickets early.
So who did Brian Milne beat?
Brian Milne.
Steve Gleason.
My God.
I know. It should be Steve Gleason versus Tom Dempsey.
What? Who voted Brian Milne?
Who do you think? Come on.
The other two idiots.
That's right.
You voted Gleason, right?
Guilty.
Yes, correct.
Guilty
like any rational being.
Yes. Since you hopped on late, I'm assuming you're going to be doing.
I would have voted Gleason. Can we put it to a vote?
You would have. No.
No. It's too late, man. Can I vote for president on November 4th? No, you can't.
You came in late. I'm assuming you're doing the mailbag with us after this.
Yeah, why not?
And then also for our patrons in the behind the scenes, you can tell us about Turks and Caicos.
Turks and Caicos. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So, Thomas, give us a donation update, and then we're going to get to trivia.
And also, donators, give us more money.
That's right. Come on.
All right.
Just need $38.40
to get that smoke flavor in Ralph's mouth, following the cherry flavor.
Yeah, Badridge is still in the lead with $70. Tied for second place. Your boy Allen with Who Dat Golfer with 28.3.
All right.
And to remind you, we are on a 48 now week donation streak.
Wow. We are 4 weeks away from a freaking year of donation victories. Thomas, what's the trivia?
We need to do something great when we reach that 1 year donation streak.
I also just want to go out and say, I was the one who said we should start getting bits when we started live streaming. So that's my idea from the beginning.
Yeah. It rain.
Thanks for subscribing for 20 straight months with
Thank you,
Twitch Prime.
That's right. If you're in the chat and you haven't subscribed, you can subscribe for free with using Prime. It doesn't cost you anything, and it goes to the donation pile. Thomas, what's the trivia?
Even if you donate offline, I mean, subscribe.
Oh, interception!
Oh my God.
Matt Ryan!
I demand Ralph drink actual piss out of the Malta boot.
Andre George, 28.3.
Fuck you, Andre George.
Wow.
Fuck you, Tomas.
Fuck you, Thomas.
We are $5 and
10 cents away.
10 cents away. And a dime.
So, what's next for the trivia, Thomas?
What's next?
I mean, the trivia. The trivia is next.
All right, the trivia is back.
Yeah, it's back. Thank you. Is it Budrich?
Yeah, of course. Sponsored by Budrich. Oh shit! Who did that? But if you have some cool trivia, you can send it to me. We don't have to use only Budrich's trivia. So the trivia is: which saint has the longest play from scrimmage that wasn't a touchdown?
See, this is a weird one because
I'm pretty sure I was at this game, and it was Mark Ingram in Washington against the Commanders.
Yeah. But
it was like an 80-something yard run.
Does a play from scrimmage, does that include defense? Because I can remember like a couple of like interceptions where like they were like 80-yard returns and weren't. So does that count? Or does it have to be
I think that counts as scrimmage. I think from scrimmage rules out special teams.
Okay. But like would a pick?
But what about didn't Darren Sharp have like a really long?
Well, like it wasn't a touchdown, right? So I know like Malcolm Jenkins had like an 80-something yard. Or
Budrich
Roman
says
Harper.
it includes kickoffs.
Ooh.
That's not from scrimmage. Kickoffs are not from scrimmage.
But Budrich says it includes kickoffs. It's his trivia question, so I guess it could. Even though he's wrong.
I think Kamara got tackled on a kick return inside the 5.
I'm gonna say Roman Harper against the Rams. He intercepted Bradford and ran it back like 80-something yards and got.
Did Aaron? I want to say Aaron Stecker against the Bucks had a kick return inside the 5.
Yeah.
I don't know. How about you guys?
Kevin, you got any opinions on this?
My opinion is that it's definitely gonna be older.
Ugh,
That's it.
But like yards from scrimmage,
It's got to be older.
What would be a play that's not from scrimmage?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like defense. Like if I pick off a pass and it goes for 75 yards, does that count? Because it's not from because they'll count it from where
I'm gonna ask ChatGPT what defines a play from scrimmage.
So
that's a great source of information.
So Thomas, we're over the limit. So who gets to pick this? Am I doing the barbecue or am I doing PB&J?
Budrich is still in the lead, and the Wendell Cavalier, thanks man for donating $10 and taking us over DH.
Thank you.
Second
Text
goal.
Mike Carney, ask him what
Text Mike Carney.
So I'm just going to assume it's the barbecue.
Tell him to stop pitching to his son in his league.
Budrich says barbecue.
There we go. Perfect. This played out exactly how I wanted it to play out.
It did.
Plays that are not from scrimmage include field goals, free kicks, kickoffs, punts. Yeah, special teams.
Okay.
And extra points.
All right, I got to drink.
I don't think it's a defensive play.
All right, I got to drink this barbecue, and I'm as afraid as I've ever been drinking on this show.
What's it smell like?
It smells like liquid smoke. I've drank this before, Kevin, but the combination of chicken pot pie, Sam Adams, Dr. McGillicuddy, and barbecue whiskey
that's a winning combination.
I mean, yeah, it is.
All right,
full dinner.
Your boy Alan says every week I should text Carney a random question live on the show. I'm happy to text Morstead, Streef, Carney. You tell me who you want me to text. Underhill, I'll text any of them.
Thank you,
Peyton Turner.
Thomas Morstead.
I don't have.
He sent me a nice tweet today about my final column on WWL. Thanks, Thomas.
You mean yesterday?
All right, here we go. Yeah, yesterday.
All right, here comes the smoke.
Let's go. Puke meter is on.
Oh!
Jesus.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
that one.
Oh yeah.
Oh, man.
Okay.
That one I thought it was all coming back. What do they call it? What do they call it in the hot dog eating contest, Dave? Reversal of fortune. When you throw up and lose, that's a. Hey, Sally, I need a.
So what's the number?
Oh, it's a 9. That is.
Ooh.
It is.
That was
Want
spicy.
some more chicken pot pie?
No.
9.5.
My mouth tastes like an ashtray. Oh God. All right, so Thomas, what's the answer of the trivia?
My chest burns like gonorrhea on a cheap whore.
It doesn't burn. It's spinning like a hurricane.
You know what, guys? Let's modify this question because the answer was from kickoff. So what's the longest from kickoff?
Oh man.
I'm gonna go with Aaron Stecker then.
All right, what is it? What is it, Thomas?
No, I remember Stecker getting tackled inside the 5.
I'll go Mel Gray. What is that?
Roger that. Let's see.
Give me somebody from the 80s. It's gonna be some random ass thing.
Going with Archie Manning.
Shout out to my dad who always called Aaron Stecker Aaron. Jalen Saunders.
Oh wow!
I was never gonna get that.
Yeah,
Shout out to my dad who always called Aaron Stecker staph infection or something like that.
Oh wow!
Strep throat staph infection.
So Jalen Sanders had a 99 kickoff return, but was tackled at the 1 in 2014.
What? Wow.
2014.
I don't remember that. Wow.
In a regular season game?
That was the game where they played it when 2014 when Carolina won the division at 7-8-1, and the Saints were playing Atlanta the second to last week of the year, and whoever won controlled their own destiny between the Saints and Atlanta, but whoever lost was out. And
we lost.
And the Saints lost. Of course they did.
Did we score a touchdown after that kick return?
I think we did. Okay, I think it took 4 plays though. check that out, Kevin. Go to the 2014.
I gotta be honest. I don't remember that at all.
At all.
No.
So Butteridge, that was a quality trivia question, Butteridge. Thomas, play
Jalen Saunders. Wow.
Take it to the top so we can give the people finger guns.
All right. Finger guns. Shoot.
I want to say, like, Thomas, you might need to do video mailbag because it might all be coming back up after the show. You might need to do a video mailbag.
Grayson, go for it.
Sign me up.
All right, Thomas, what's first up for trivia?
Trivia?
Yes, I mean questions. You know it.
All right, before I start the questions, your boy Alan in the chat, pick one of the mailbag questions to one of Juju's sources. That was funny. All right, first question from your boy Alan, coincidentally.
Your boy.
The reigning MVP. Question is, according to the stats read on the last Big Show, Ruff only has about 10 years left. Should we submit his Make-A-Wish request now, and what would it be?
Well, your boy Alan, I want to say it's worse than that. I was watching a show on CNN with my wife about Alzheimer's. They were watching a show about Alzheimer's. And you know what is a predictor of Alzheimer's, Dave? Grip
bad
strength.
Pronunciation. Oh,
grip strength. Is a strong predictor of Alzheimer's.
That's for normal people who don't have cerebral palsy. Like that doesn't qualify. Doesn't count for you.
I'm just saying I might have it now.
That's hilarious.
You go by grip strength. My wife
was like, lube up.
My wife looked at me. She's like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "They just talked about grip strength." I mean, I'm scared. I'm scared now. I gotta get a stress ball and start squeezing. I'm scared. Just saying.
Jesus Christ.
But you're right, your boy Alan. We should probably submit the Make-A-Wish. Do they do Make-A-Wish for adults? I don't know.
I think they do.
Do they? Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Here's
John
what your
Cena.
Make-A-Wish
Is
should
John
be.
Cena available?
John Cena. I want John
Here's
Cena
what
to
your
come.
Make-A-Wish should be. You should say, listen, Sydney Sweeney is a great actress.
In.
And I think she should go out on a date with my friend Kevin.
That's right. I like that idea.
That should be your Make-A-Wish, Ralph.
Great actress, you say, huh?
Great action. I've seen her all over the.
She's produced movies. She has produced.
She's got all the assets. All the.
I've never seen one thing she's.
She has a winning smile. Listen, I
Your
learned a lot
printer
about
agrees, Kevin, right?
Wait, I missed it.
He said
your printer agrees.
Brother Martin folder's getting thick.
About as thick as a Gutenberg Bible.
It is, man. That's the thing we should do. Next off season we'll do a bracket. Is she hot enough for Kevin's Brother Martin folder? Is she hot enough? So, Thomas, what's next?
All right,
Holy
next
shit.
question. Bruce HC asks, in the off season, what is your favorite Discord thread? For me, it has to be Rob's videos, but the food channel is a strong contender.
Probably the booze. The booze one. I haven't been on Discord in a while.
The booze one. I gotta say, like me and Kevin have been hanging out in like the non-football one, and it gets really it's fun in there. It gets weird, especially when like Monadula drops in, and it's like it's fun. It's fun. It's not football, but like like here's the thing. Like if you want to talk about the debate and what's going on in politics, and you don't want to be on the
ever want to do that?
Well, if you want to chat about it, and you don't want to be on the cesspool that is Twitter, and you just want to chat, I'm like normal people. That's a cool place to be. I like the thread with all my shots. Like my son got a big kick out of it. I was showing it to him the other day. He really enjoyed it.
That's even Kevin.
Hey, look at me.
There we go. So Thomas, what's next?
There's mock drafts.
Mock draft. The thing is though, Kevin doesn't
Mock
crank
draft
up.
channel has a very small window. It's basically February to April. It's an absolute gold mine.
Yeah.
It is a battle royal. It's the final fight in Avengers Endgame.
Yeah, it's 0 to 100, and then it goes back to
But
sleep.
outside of that, it's,
Hibernation.
Tumbleweeds.
Yeah, I mean, if the Saints would ever be really, really bad, I could see the mock draft channel cranking up in like November, which would be bad because we don't really want to be doing that in November. But I could see it happen. And I'll just say this: if you're not a patron, one of the reasons to be a patron is the Discord, as Thomas is showing it on the live stream. It's freaking amazing. And it's a fun place to hang out. Everybody's cool. It's not Twitter where people are screaming at you and you're dealing with bots and just trash. So Twitter.
Link, nudes in bio and all that kind of nonsense. And like,
do you put folder in bio?
Twitter. What are you talking about?
No.
Kevin, folder in bio.
Brother, the minute dial-up went away, pictures went away.
That's right.
Okay? Yeah, we're talking moving images here. We're talking cinema. We're talking, I can hit fast forward and get to the good stuff. That's what we're talking about here.
How much would people, here's the thing, somebody in the chat asked, how much would people have to donate for you to get the folder and we can go through it picture by picture? How much do they have to go? How much do they have to donate?
I don't know where that folder is anymore.
Find it. I mean,
here's the thing. I don't know if that folder came with me to St. Louis in 2008. That folder either got tossed or it's somehow still sitting at my parents' house, in my mom's house.
What folder are we talking about here?
See, Jude,
okay.
you're late.
Don't tell him.
We can't. No, we're not going back. You're gonna have to listen. Do what you never do, Jude. Listen to the podcast.
Yep.
Tomorrow at work, when you're between booking bands, listen to the.
That's never happening.
Between forehands or backstrokes or four strokes or whatever it is you do in your own time, that's none of our business.
Your boy Alan says it's hidden and stuck together.
No, I can assure, brother, I can assure you it is not, because again, the last thing I wanted to do was use up too much ink out of that printer, because that would have been a little conspicuous.
Too much lube.
So what's next, Thomas?
All right, final question of the show from the man, the myth, the legend, the Monadula.
Oh God, the Dutchman.
The Dutchman. Yes.
God help us all.
Is there anything more bougie than taking your horses out for a swim with the whole family?
Stop the presses. We've reached peak Monadula. I don't even understand this question.
This has to be a shot at Juge somehow.
Yeah, he follows me on Instagram. He's been let inside the wall.
Oh, because
that's the problem here.
That's your fault, brother.
You did one of those
on you.
Oh, because you did one of those excursions where you walk the horse along the beach while you were in Turks and Caicos.
That's right.
You walk, you ride the horse, or you walk the horse?
You ride it.
Ride it?
You walk the horse.
I don't know.
Yeah, I take him by his fucking mane, Ralph. I drag him into the water by his fucking hooves.
Jude is in one of those thrones carried by four guys, and that's how he walks the horse. Like Macho King Randy Savage.
I'd believe
I can't say much because I've been to Turks and Caicos 3 times, and I'm going for a 4th time next year. So,
and you're going to do the same.
You better tread lightly, Dave.
I know you are, Dave. You're going to feed. You're going to have a carrot. You're going to have a carrot and a carrot for the horse and a hot dog for yourself.
No, I'm not. I do the same thing when every time I go to Turks and Caicos, and that's swim up to the pool bar and enjoy a few rum cocktails. And You're
not going to believe this, but I did a lot of that.
Of course, that's what you do when you're in Turks and Caicos.
I'm not going anywhere because I have to build a freaking fence. Thanks, Burl.
It's going to take you a while.
With your good hand or your bad?
Burl. Yeah, let's be real. Burl. You're not building anything.
Barrel.
Tom Dempsey probably would have built
for it. I got to pay for it. They're not going to
build. You mean sign a check?
Tom Dempsey would have kicked a fence with his bad foot.
That's right,
and probably built it that way.
So we got great back-to-back comments. Alde Mourinho. So in LARPing, does that make Juge a centaur?
I don't know what.
And then followed by your boy Alan. Walking your horse sounds like code for masturbating.
It really does. I want to walk the horse.
That's what we were talking about the whole time. Did you guys think it meant something else?
So, that's funny because that's funny because one of my friends has a euphemism for me when I'm going out on the dates and good things happen. He says, "Oh, did you let the horse out the barn?"
What a clever guy.
Let me tell you something. The horse has not been out the barn, okay? The horse has not been out the barn in quite some time. He's just been eating oats and getting fat. That's a problem.
Oat bag. I got my oat bag here. Oat bag time for me.
Thomas, the Saints had
sugar cubes.
The Saints had 0 news. We had 2 matchups in the Saints one-hit wonder bracket, and we're on an hour 40 for this podcast.
No, we're not. We didn't start on time.
You can blame the folder for that.
Yeah, I was about to say the secret folder.
Dave, should we do the headline? Kevin's secret folder.
I mean, Saints news is so dead that Nick Underhill is all in on Fuaga, reselling him to the whole fan base. And he hasn't even worn pads yet.
Dude, listen. Nick gives us
Brother Martin folder.
He gives us what we want.
See what kind of hits we get from that?
Nick gives us what we want. We want Saints optimism. We want to be lied to. It's July. He gives us what we want,
and we give you what you need, which is
call it Brother Martin sex folder. Let's see what kind of attention we get.
Jesus.
I don't think I can. I don't think.
What is this adding up to? Does Kevin have a sex tape?
Don't worry about it. You listen.
Don't worry about it. You know, if you show up on time, and you'll learn some stuff.
That's right.
Jesus.
Hopefully, you dried off your horses before you.
He probably does, but it's not about it, man.
Thomas, recap all the people who donated to tonight's lovely show.
All right, thanks to everyone who donated. We reached 2 donation goals. So many different people donated, by the way. Thanks to Arkmich, to Tiger Jet, to Ali Marino, to Purveyor of Awesome, to Wendell Cavalier, to Andrew, even though he was late, to Hudat Golfer, to your boy Alan.
Your boy! Thank you.
And to the new MVP for the first time this offseason, I think. With 70 Buckaroos, who is...
Spoiler alert.
The one and only legendary Budrich. Congratulations.
Thank you, Budrich. Oh, that barbecue whiskey is just, it's kicking my ass. I'm not going to lie. By the way, Budrich, remember to DM Thomas on Discord. You can tell him what to write on the whiteboard. We'll get back to it. Maybe we'll have to do a dual one next week. We'll have to do Budrich on one side and last week's winner on the other.
Your boy Alan text Underhill and ask him if he had a porn folder.
If he has a porn folder?
He's younger than us. He's not.
He's young. He's like
he's younger.
He's not in the same generation as us.
Yeah.
I mean, he could have a folder, but not that kind of folder.
It would be a digital folder.
I'm not texting him that.
Yeah, digital folder.
No, don't.
Dave gets it.
I started texting Underhill, so we'll see. I might. He would step back. Yeah, he is. He's going to block me. Thanks to everybody for listening. Thanks for supporting Saints Happy Hour. Please go to saintshappyhour.com, become a patron, and support the show. We can't do this without you guys' support. Thanks to Dave, Andrew for showing up eventually. Kevin showed up on time and just took over the show with yellow folder stories. It got weird. Major video. It went off the rails. And Thomas, the best producer on earth, running the show back in Poland. Remember, kids, if you're going to support the Saints podcast, you ought to support the one that prints out its pornography and puts it in a folder. Until next time, the bar is closed.
We all love a yellow porn folder.